Good morning. Alright, I've been waiting for the weather to change because I'm trying to get some stuff out of our storage container. Before I had handpicked just CDs and DVDs that had barcodes, and it was pretty easy to grab those because most of them were in one place. But as I was doing that, I was piling up the other things, like the other categories on top of the pile, and I put it right up to the door. So lots of the things that I'm going to be pulling out today is going to be paper products like magazines and books, maybe some more records. They're probably at the bottom because they're the heaviest, but I needed to do it on a dry day, and now I've made space at the store. I can start bringing in those other categories because I've just decided to made a place for them. And I know at the bottom of this pile that I'm going to attack today is more CDs and DVDs, so hopefully some more of that can get sent away to Amazon. But yeah, just working my way on the things that are closest to the door so that I can walk in there. And some of the, because I got all these new store displays, I've disassembled some of the plastic temporary shelving at the store and piled that up. And once there's some space in the storage locker, I'm going to bring that over here so we can have it looking a bit more organized at the storage area. Something that I've been working on this week, since the weather's not been so great, was making some eBay listings. So I've got maybe about 30% of our CD storage area is empty. Yeah, so I thought maybe I'll try and get that up to 100% filled. And in doing so, I figured out a different way of listing CDs. So before, my method was to clean everything and make them ready for photographing. Even if the cases were broken, I would just still take a picture, and then when the item sells, then we change out the case. So I would photograph everything at the same time, and then based on those pictures, I would be making the listings. But it's a bit harder to gauge the condition when you're just looking at pictures. It's nice to, I don't know, for anyone that does this, it's nicer to have it in your hand and feel the quality of the case. You can get an instant reaction to looking at the case, and after seeing so many thousands of items, you kind of get a good feel for if it's good or very good or acceptable. So what I've changed to now is to create a listing right away as I'm taking pictures. Yeah, even if I can't find the item on eBay, I'll just type a few keywords and attach the picture, and then later on when I get on the computer, then I can search for it a little bit easier. But I think that's a better way to do it, just to have a bunch of drafts made up, and either I can list the item right away. If it's a common thing, it'll pop up pretty easily on the eBay app, and if it's not, then I've already started the draft and I can just continue from there. But I'm giving that a go, seeing how it is. I've kind of been making 100 listings a day type thing, but sometimes I can do more, sometimes I do a bit less, but on average I would say 100 or 150 listings a day. There we go, another van full. I should just call this YouTube channel Man Moving Things Around, but don't worry, there is an end game here. It just is a lot of back and forth. I was just thinking, for anyone that has an overwhelming amount of stuff like this, at least for me, I semi-know what it is. Like, at least it's in a certain category, but I'm sure it's super overwhelming when you have a house full of stuff, which pretty much I have several houses full of stuff. So what worked for me to get my head around it is just to get things in the same place that are similar. So the easy example is CDs, like put all the CDs together, put all the DVDs together. There was less Amazon stuff than I was expecting, but that's fine. I think sometimes when an issue seems overwhelming or scary, it's better to just confront it. And what works for me is getting everything out of the boxes, looking at what it is, putting it into an organized way. And I don't want to start processing a certain category before I know that it's almost everything in one place. And then it feels like a big accomplishment when you've finished one section. You can see it very clearly that you've finished that area. So what I think makes sense in this situation is for us to empty our storage locker, because we've got space at the store. Even though it's going to be very crowded in there, it doesn't make financial sense to be paying for two places when everything could fit in one. If we were trying to open as a store soon, it would not be a good idea to just fill the shop with as much stuff as possible. But because we're using it to run our business out of for now, with the goal of opening in the spring, then I think this is the best way for us, so that's what we're doing. Everyone has different methods and different ideas, but this is the one that we're going with. So I think, because it's a sunny day, I'm going to try and do 2 loads of stuff. And it always looks like more stuff when it's in an unorganized pile like this, or boxes are 3/4 full and stuff like that. So I think once we get it to the store, get it unloaded, pretty quickly I'll be able to see that there's still lots of space left on the shelves, and then that'll help decide if we're going to do a second load today. All right, yeah, we've got 2 full van loads unloaded, and that was really easy to fit, because I filled up the kitchen counter the other day like I showed, and then we unloaded it onto the shelves, and now we've got that space kind of as a landing area. Yeah, loads of this stuff from the storage locker is going to be super cool to go through. This shoebox just caught my eye, so I thought I'd just point it out. But there's so many things to go through. We probably got, with that 2 van loads, I don't know if we got like 10% of the storage container or 20%, who knows, but it's going to be a few more trips. Anyway, I love going through stuff like this. It's like just a shoebox full, not that, but a shoebox full of paperwork. Like a bunch of the stuff I saw, it had 1950s on it. I don't think anything's particularly valuable, but it's really, I find it really interesting to look through. Somebody saved different things, all relating to music, it looks like. Give a music call. RCA Victor, June 1955. New releases. What is in the chart here? Unchained Melody. I feel like that's been in the charts for its entire existence. The Poopsie Polka. And yeah, the plan is to get everything listed on eBay, but you can just imagine how long it takes to do all this stuff. I want to get this into people's hands who will treasure some of this. Super cool that somebody kept all these things nicely in the shoebox. Just seeing if there's any clues about who put this in here. Yeah, like newspaper clippings. Christmas music. Anyway, just thought I'd point that out a little bit. The Bourbon Cowboys. That's awesome. The New Sound of Leisure, Mercury Records. And yeah, lots of stuff is stamped Vancouver, which makes sense because that's our closest big city. Yeah, just unpicked paperwork, but if I find anything cool in the future, I'll try and point it out. I don't know if this was a clue about whose music it was, but I did find this cool photograph. It's an original photograph. The corner snapped as soon as I tried to bend it back. There's no date on the back or anything, but you can see how old that vehicle is. There's another one over here too. There's the people's faces. Pretty cool. Hey, another week at the store, and today on Amazon it's Prime Day, so if you're a Prime member and want to look for some deals, then that's what's happening. We've got a few good sales this morning. I'm not sure if it happens in Canada and the US on the same day, but anyway, it's Canadian Prime Day at least, so we're thankful to see those sales trickling through. This morning I'm going to be working on another batch of Amazon stuff just to try and sneak it in before Christmas. That's some of the items that we got from the storage locker there, and then we'll see where the day takes us. Okay, that was not planned on, but I've been to the storage locker 4 times now, so because we made so much space, I got momentum, I got my energy going, and I filled up the van 4 times, and I've managed to get all the boxes of cassette tapes, VHS tapes, which I don't really care about those, CDs, any kind of media, magazines, books. There's way more books than fit on those bookshelves, but that's because they're still in the cardboard boxes. So I'm going to go through and scan all those, scan all the CDs and the DVDs, get some more Amazon stuff, and now we can just concentrate on being at the store, because the storage locker, I've taken all the media stuff away from there now, so that's awesome. It'll be nice to see it laid out on the shelves. Yeah, sorry that it's kind of the same repetitive stuff over and over here, but now that I'm unpacking stuff, I've managed to create a pile of books, a pile of magazines and things like that. I'll start spotlighting some of the interesting pieces, some of the older pieces, and some of the expensive pieces, hopefully. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.